Hi, in this video of HTML5, we will discuss about the canvas. Canvas is one of the very popular new semantic in HTML5 which allows us to put the 2D graphics or bitmap images at the runtime. Whenever you put a canvas, at least a couple of things that you will have to tell is the height and width. So it will actually tell you like how much space you want to reserve for the incoming 2D shape or a bitmap image. After that, you can put anything like ID, name, which you put in any simple HTML tag. So let's get started with this canvas implementation and see how it can render the 2D graphics on the browser at runtime. So now here to implement the canvas, what I have done in the body, inside the body tag, I put this canvas. And here you can see body is having ID test for which I have created a CSS. So the same CSS will be applied to this body which will be of width and height 100 pixel. Now inside that what I have done is I have given one ID for this canvas and called the method drawShape as soon as the body will get loaded. So basically what I'm doing inside this drawShape function which is there in JavaScript, I'm trying to draw a shape inside this canvas. So for that, first of all I will have to access the canvas. So using document.getElement by ID, I am accessing this canvas. Now if it is getting supported or if you have created the canvas, only then I'm going further to draw or to color something. Otherwise, if it is not supported, I will give an alert message that okay, your browser doesn't support that. So here what I'm doing is there is a CTX. What is CTX here? Basically it is canvas.getContext 2D, right? Means I'm going to create a 2D shape inside this canvas. And which shape I'm talking about? It is rectangle. So what I'm doing, as you can see, the height and width is already 100 pixel. So here I have taken 25 25, means that is the coordinate of x and y, which will be at the very center, and out there I am drawing a rectangle of 100 by 100. So let's save this change and come to the browser, and here you can see a rectangle with the black filling is created. Now here we have one more method, that is clear rect, means it will clear the particular area of the rectangle. As you can see, the rectangle is made black, so what this will do, it will clear some of the area of that rectangle. Which area? Starting from this coordinate and will be of this height and width. So as soon as I will save that, here you can see right there at the center, means this coordinates and the size is taken according to the height and width. That's why you are finding right there in the center. So if you know the idea of 2D graphics, then easily you can make it. Otherwise you can just try this one only, and then later you can make some experiments at your end. Now again, the first thing which I created is the fill rectangle, but maybe you want that you just want some outline of the rectangle. So for that, here is stroke rect. So in that particular stroke, what it will do, it will just create a rectangle with this as a coordinate and this as the height and width. So now when I'll save it, you can see right there inside there is another rectangle where there is nothing filled. Alright. Similarly, if I'll put fill rect, you can see this will also be filled. And if I'll make it stroke, then you can see it like that. Alright. So if you want the outline, you will write stroke. If you want to fill that, you will write fill. Alright. So this is a very basic example of creating a rectangle inside the canvas. Similarly, here in this another example of canvas, the starting is almost the same. Like here in the body, I'm calling this drawShape function which is there in JavaScript, and right here I have defined one canvas with the ID my canvas and the height and width. So as you can see, there is no CSS and nothing out there, so it's like that. Now inside this drawShape, what I'm doing, I'm using a lot of coordinate geometry, and inside that you will be getting some formulas, and using them you can create some complex shapes as well. So what I'm doing here inside here, first of all, as in the previous example, I will get my canvas. If it is running fine, then only I will come inside this. Otherwise, I'll go to else method, else part, and here inside I will give a message of non-compatibility. Now, let's come inside and see, like again, I'm going to create a 2D graphics right here inside using the CTX. Here, I am using the sine and cos from the mathematics. So here is math.sine, math.cos, and here is the value which I have passed. So basically, this is being split into 6 different parts. Alright, so pi by 6, the value will be there in the sine and cos. After that, I'm using a loop inside which I will write the code for drawing, filling the rectangle. So basically you can see there are a lot of things regarding the color, because when you say fill style, as in the previous, it was just a black color, alright. But here using RGB, you can see I am using RGB, and here something's called C. So for that, here is a variable. So this will actually keep you giving the different shades of the color. Alright. So I want that to be automated. So I just took some values. That's 255 is the maximum value out there. So I'm just dividing that and will multiply it with something. So it will just keep giving me some random values and some random colors. And every time you can see I am drawing the rectangle from the same coordinate. So you might think like, okay, every time it's going to overlap one over another, but it is not like that, because after creating any rectangle, I am transforming my current canvas. Alright, there is a transformation for the canvas. Alright, so ctx.transform. So passing the values, you are actually rotating the canvas to some particular angle. So this is how we'll keep on going. So I'll just comment this thing for now. Alright, so let's see what will this code give you the output. So here you can see, okay, like this is the first rectangle. Alright, because what is there inside that? It's 255 divided by 12 into I. For the first time, the value of I will be 0. So obviously it's going to give you 0. So when you put 0 in RGB, means everything is 0. So it will give you a black. So obviously this one right there is black. And after that, you can see there are a lot of overlapping thing. Alright. All are rectangle here, but all are transformed using this particular center point. So this is how this particular shape is drawn, and obviously using this one only, this shape is drawn. So let me just decrease it by 1, and now you can see this last y value is gone away. So obviously now if you will count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, all right, from 0 to 11 means 12 rectangles have been drawn using the transformation. All right, so the last one which you will get means when it is equal to 12, all right, so it will be 255, because divide by 12 and into 12, so these will cancel and it will give you 255. So when it is 255 everywhere, it is going to give you a white. All right, so you can see this first one is black, the last one here is white. Now after that, what I'm doing, again I'm using a transform, and I'm just creating another rectangle over this shape. Alright, so you can see again there are some hard-coded values for this transformation. Alright, like here I'm giving sine cos, so obviously every time you are doing the transformation, it is going to change the value. Alright, so the next rectangle which I'm going to create here is using RGBA. A is for alpha, means it will give you the value for the blur or transparency. So maximum value is 1, minimum value is 0.0. So here 0.5 means it is somewhere in the mid. So it's RGB, its maximum value is in B, that is blue. So obviously the shape is going to have some bluish shade inside it. And again there is a coordinate and sides, that is 100 100. So now when I'll refresh, you can see there is something like this. Okay, so this is another rectangle. You can see there is a transparency just because of this alpha. So if I will make it 1, it's going to be opaque and you will not see anything, right? So the less the value is, the more transparent will be the shape. So it's 0.4 now. All right. So obviously when it's come about for drawing the things or for the art, you can put a lot of different shapes as per your requirement. But here, this is how you can use canvas more productively in your web page in order to make your web page look more attractive.
Tutorialspoint.com. Simply easy learning.